Okay. Oh, I know. I want this up there. Hello. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Once Upon a Turkey Leg. I am Dean the Turkey Legster, and I need to drink some more water because I spilt water on my shirt just a minute ago. Thankfully, it does not show on the screen. So, welcome in, everyone. First of all, if you are one of the ones watching on the replay, thank you for watching. If you're watching live, welcome, welcome. We've got the Hitchhiking Bones, Dawn, Gobble-tastic greetings, Mandy Adams saying gobble gobble. Hello, Mandy. Welcome in. So, as usual, I'm going to wait a few minutes to start the story reading. I just found this again. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. I just found this again, and I'm going to be talking about this on my Tuesday show, Tuesday stream, the Big Gobble. But I found this again today. I was kind of looking for something else actually, and then I found this again. So it's a guide from Walt Disney World from 1960 or 1976, and I'm going to look through that and kind of make some observations as to kind of what's changed since 1976. So that'll be interesting. So, how was your Thursday? I went to work. Wendy's is being Wendy's. I won't go into the details. And yeah. So I'm looking forward to, since I have Dawn in the chat tonight, coming up in 2 weeks from tomorrow, I will be heading down to Disney, to Animal Kingdom, to meet up with Dawn, and I think Jeff as well, the Hitchhiking Bones. So I'm looking forward to that. Of course, they're going to be there. Hitchhiking Bones will be arriving in on the 3rd, October the 3rd. So their Dawn, your countdown is I want to say, so that's 14 days, 13, 12, 11, 10 days. About 10 days. Woohoo! A week and a half, and then I'll actually be going back on the 11th to hang out with some more at Hollywood Studios. And I plan to, when I'm at Hollywood Studios, go and check out the green milk in Galaxy's Edge, because I've not tried that yet. I tried the blue milk. I did not try the green milk. So I need to try the green milk. So looking forward to that. Of course, I went down to the Magic Kingdom on Tuesday, enjoyed my time there. A lot of fun. And yeah, so like 2 weeks is when I'll be back down in Disney next. I've got some video that I recorded that I'm gonna, after this stream is over, I'm gonna see if I can what I have. Sometimes when I'm recording stuff, I end up with different, something different than what I thought I recorded. And so I'll see what I can put up as a short maybe tomorrow. So look for that on the channel. I'll have it up in the morning, probably 9 or 10 Eastern time. It'll go live. But enough of that. You are here to hear the stories. So I am going to start reading the stories. So the kind of theme for tonight's streams, I guess you could call them apprentices. Apprentices of Disney. As the first story tonight is The Sorcerers Apprentice. So, without further ado, kick back, relax. It's time for Walt Disney's The Sorcerer's Apprentice. This is adapted by Don Ferguson, illustrated by Peter Emsley. Long, long ago, there lived a powerful sorcerer who had a young apprentice named Mickey. Every day, the little apprentice swept the floors, polished the sorcerer's crystal ball, and carried water from the well to the sorcerer's magic pool. Late one afternoon, a bat was fluttering around the sorcerer's head. As Mickey watched, the sorcerer raised his arms and said, "Mutatis!" The bat magically turned into a beautiful butterfly. Mutatis. But the trick had tired the old sorcerer. He yawned and put his sorcerer's hat down upon his table. Okay. I just had a spot of lag on my stream. Anyway. Let me know if you're getting some lag on your end. Because it is giving me a little lag on mine. I'm going to restart the page. The trick had tired the old sorcerer. He yawned and put his sorcerer's hat down upon his table. Then he slowly walked up the stone steps to his bedchamber. Mickey was alone in the sorcerer's workshop. Okay. Thank you, Don. I'm just going to keep reading even if I see the spinny. Let me know if there's lag. Okay. So, Mickey couldn't take his eyes off the sorcerer's hat. He crept to the sorcerer's workbench, held the mysterious hat in his hands, and then placed it on his head. At that moment, Mickey felt full of magic. Oh boy! Thank you, Kathy. Mickey looked around the workshop. There, against the wall, stood his old broom. He had seen his master, or as he had seen his master do, Mickey raised his arm and said, "Matatus!" The broom began to glow. As at Mickey's command, the broom's handle sprouted arms, and its straw divided into two legs. The broom had come to life. But would it obey the commands of a young apprentice? "Pick up the buckets," Mickey said. The broom obeyed. Mickey led the broom to the well. "Fill the buckets here," Mickey ordered. Once again, the brooms obeyed. Carrying the 2 buckets of water, the broom followed the little apprentice back to the sorcerer's magic pool. "Empty the buckets here," Mickey told the broom. "Then do it all over again." Oh, thank you, Don. I practiced in the mirror. Back and forth went the broom from the well to the pool. Feeling very pleased with himself, Mickey climbed up into the sorcerer's chair to relax while the broom did his work. It wasn't long before the little apprentice was asleep and dreaming. Mickey dreamed that he was the most powerful sorcerer in the universe. At his command, the stars danced and the planets whirled through the sky. Far below the mountaintop, the oceans raged and roared at Mickey's command. Higher and higher the waves crashed until Mickey felt the cold, wet spray of the water. Splash! This was no dream. The magic pool was overflowing. The enchanted broom had done Mickey's work all too well. "Stop!" shouted Mickey. The broom did not stop. It marched right over Mickey, dumped more water into the pool, and went back to the well. "Oh no! This is not what I signed up for." That's not in the story. "Matatus!" cried Mickey. But the broom did not obey. It filled its buckets instead. Frantic, Mickey snatched an axe from the wall and waited for the broom to return with its brimming buckets. Then he raised his arms and chop, chop, chopped the broom into 1,000 splinters. All was silent for a moment. Hi, Amy. Happy Thursday. Suddenly, each splinter jumped off the floor, sprouted arms and legs, and became a broom. and each broom carried 2 buckets. The army of brooms, with its hundreds of buckets, marched from the well to the pool and back again. The water was getting deeper and deeper. Dun, 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 dun. By now, the little apprentice was swimming for his life. How he struggled to stay afloat! When the sorcerer's book of spells floated by, Mickey climbed on top of it. Turning the pages as best he could, he looked desperately for a spell that would stop the enchanted brooms. Just then, the book began to spin. Mickey was caught in a whirlpool. He felt himself being pulled down, down, down. The last thing Mickey heard as he went under the water was the thundering voice of the sorceress. "Matandas!" boomed the sorcerer from the top of the stone steps. Instantly, the water vanished and the army of marching brooms was no more. The sorcerer's apprentice knew he was in a lot of trouble. With a gulp, Mickey returned the magical hat to the sorcerer. Making a hasty exit, the sorcerer's apprentice felt himself being swooshed out of the room. "Don't forget your broom," said the sorcerer. And if Mickey had looked, he would have seen the sorcerer smiling. And that concludes Walt Disney's The Sorcerer's Apprentice. And our next story is a Disney classic, again, another Disney classic, about another, not really an apprentice, more of a servant who becomes a king. Walt Disney's The Sword in the Stone. So, this version of Walt Disney's The Sword in the Stone is adapted by Carl Memling, based on the Walt Disney motion picture The Sword in the Stone, suggested by an original story, The Sword in the Stone, by T.H. White. Pictures by the Walt Disney Studio, adapted by Norm McGarry. Look at this pretty picture of the stone right there. Very nice. Very nice. Wart was a lonely page living in the great stone castle of Sir Ector. Nobody called Wart by his proper name, which was Arthur. Everybody just called him Wart. Sir Ector had a big lazy son named Kay who liked to stretch out in the sun and doze. His favorite spot was a grassy bank near the drawbridge. But poor Wart had to work and work. He scrubbed pans and scoured pots in the castle cookhouse. Hey Brian, welcome in. Happy Thursday. He helped the castle carpenter. He polished armor for the armorer. He swept the castle stables clean. Poor Wart, he was all tired out. But one day there was a clap of thunder in the great hall of the castle. There was a puff of smoke, and there stood a strange old man. My name is Merlin. I am a wizard, he said. Walt needs lessons, so I have come. Sir Ector and Kay laughed and hooted. Lessons? What does Walt need lessons for? Go away, old man, said Sir Ector. Merlin waved his wand, and right there inside the great hall it began to snow. It snowed and it snowed and it snowed. Hey, Silk Cargo, welcome in. Well, Sir Ector changed his mind. He let Merlin stay on and said, Give Wart lessons if you like. Nobody understood why Wart needed lessons, but Merlin began to give him lessons. He led Wart down to the moat one day, and he waved his wand. Wart began to shrink. He shrank smaller and smaller. Suddenly, he changed into a little fish and fell into the water. At first, it was great fun. Yeah, he did say Higidus, Higidus, Ficidus, Fidgetus. They don't see that in here. Maybe I'll get to that later. But then a big fish came along. The big fish wanted to catch the little fish for lunch. Poor little Wart. What could he do? He used his head. He hid in a clump of seaweed. So the big fish couldn't find him. Very good, said Merlin. You learned your lesson. Wart, when in trouble, use your head. Merlin kept on with the lessons. Once, he changed Wart into a squirrel. As a squirrel, Wart stored nuts and trees. He learned to be ready for what tomorrow might bring. Another time, Marlin changed him into a bird. As a bird, Wart flew high in the sky, and seeing the world from way up there, he learned many things. Wart grew wiser and wiser, but still nobody understood. Why did Wart need lessons? One wintry day, a knight came to the castle. He brought news of a great tournament to be held in London. The winner would be crowned king of all England. A tournament's the very thing. We need to choose an English king, said Sir Ector. He thought that Kay would win, and so they all rode off. Kay sat on a prancing horse. His armor glistened in the sunlight. But Wart was just a lonely squire. He rode a plodding donkey all the way to London town. After many days and nights, they came at last to the tournament field. There was a blast of trumpets, and the tilting started. Kay smiled proudly. Soon, with spear and sword, he would fight to win the crown. Suddenly, Wart ran from the field. He had forgotten Kay's sword. It was back at the inn where they had slept. Wart ran as fast as he could. But when he got to the inn, it was closed. Poor Wart. Where could he find a sword? He ran and ran. In a churchyard, he saw a marble stone. On it stood a steel anvil, and stuck through the anvil was a gleaming sword. A sword. Wart quickly pulled it out and quickly carried it back to the tournament field. But that's not Kay's sword, cried Sir Ector when he saw it. Then he saw some letters written in gold on the sword. This is what the letters said. Whoso pulleth out this sword of this stone and anvil is right wise king born of all England. Sir Ector read that, and so did all the other noblemen. Now they knew the tournament wasn't the thing whereby to choose a king. The sword was. But how could Wart have pulled it out? There must be some mistake. They all went to the churchyard. Wart put back the sword into the stone. Everyone tried, but the sword wouldn't move. Only Wart could pull it out again. So it was no mistake. But kings must be wise. Kings must know many things. How could Wart be king? Wart was wise enough, and he knew enough, for that's what the lessons had been for, to prepare Wart to be king. And Wart became a great king, known forever after as King Arthur. And that is the end of The Sword in the Stone. Hi, Diana. Welcome in. And that is our second story for tonight. So I hope you enjoyed those stories. I wanted to do both of those stories for a while, and I had other themes came up, and other options kind of took their place. And hello again, Diana. Welcome in. Brian's West Coast Disney Adventures. Adventure, excuse me. Welcome. So Cargo, welcome. Welcome. So Amy popped in. Oh, she's at a wedding or was at a wedding. Hope you enjoy the wedding, Amy. Okay. Awesome. All right, let's go back down. The first one, so Cargo, was the Sorcerer's Apprentice. So that was my first story tonight. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed those stories tonight. And that's going to do it for the stream tonight. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. Seeing my fall background over here. Just came this week. So I've got a few different backgrounds. I've got a Halloween background that'll go up in a few weeks. And this fall one will be up for a few weeks. So then I've got a new Christmas one that I got. So look forward to seeing those in the back of me. Of course, the turkey legs right here will stay. So anyway, if you're watching live, thank you so much. If you're watching on the replay, are we spinning? Are you spinning? I am not spinning. I am not spinning on my end. Is anyone else spinning? Anyway, yeah, I had some lag on my end earlier in the stream. But anyway, everyone have a great weekend. Of course, next Thursday I will have 2 more great stories. I don't know what I'm going to do next week. So you'll have to come back and we will find out together. And of course, Tuesday, the Big Gobble. And the and then of course look out for some videos coming out from the Magic Kingdom. I'm gonna look through there, see what I've got. I'll put something up tomorrow, and then maybe something up Monday. So look for those things. Whatever I come up with will come out those days. So with that, take care, everybody. Have a gobble-tastic night. Take care. and always, always, always follow the happy.